I'm Annette from Annette Does My Hair, and today's tutorial will be showing you how to give a buzz haircut. I've had a lot of requests recently to do a tutorial on how to give a buzzed haircut at home. I know right now it's impossible to get to your barber or your hairstylist, and a lot of the boys and men and daughters and whoever requires a buzz cut is starting to feel a little unruly and not like themselves. So I am going to show you today how to do a basic buzz cut. And for that, you'll need a pair of electric trimmers, a scissor and a comb. And for the scissor or the shears, I'm going to ask that you either order or borrow or find a pair of shears that has not cut paper. It's really counterproductive for you to use those kinds of shears because it's going to make the hair look broken and unfinished. If for the time being, just because of the circumstances, you can use a pair of kitchen scissors. Those are usually sharper than paper scissors. So if you have a chicken trimmer or a pair of shears like that, that might do a little bit of a better job. Or if you have a pair of eyebrow trimmers upstairs, anything that you can get your hands on in lieu of paper scissors. You'll also need a spray bottle and obviously a full understanding and no distractions while you watch this tutorial. I'll be doing this buzz cut on a mannequin head today. I have a few extra laying around, so I was able to cut one short enough for you to understand the concept and the technique. I have two sons who both hate getting haircuts. So in order for you to really enjoy this experience, I've decided to use a model that can't talk back. Okay, so once you're ready and you're set up, you should have your family member have some protective clothing on. Maybe you might want to protect your floor a little. Sometimes I like to cut open a garbage bag and open it completely on the floor. That way at the end of the process, you can get the bulk of the hair up in the garbage bag first before you sweep or vacuum. Just a little trick I like to do. I'm going to start with a number 3 clip. Remember, you can always go shorter. You could never put hair back. So I'm going to start on a 3 and we'll take it from there. So the very first step, I'm going to have you buzz the hair just about at the occipital bone of the head, right below it. So it's the widest part of the head that you could feel. Obviously, this doll has no skull, but if you can imagine, it's the widest circumference of the head. It is probably about the halfway mark at the ear on most scalps. So if you want to use that as a guide. I want you to make sure that the hair is combed first. Make sure you get out all the knots or any products or residue. And remember, I'm starting with a number 3. And I want you to shave in a direction that the clipper will be moving towards you, not straight up this way, more of a beveled cut this way. Just to the occipital bone of the head. Moving on to the sides of the hair, I'm going to have you buzz around the ear in the same forward moving direction. Once you have completed the sides and the back, I'm going to have you switch the clip now to a number 2. Remember, that was a number 3. Now you're going to move to a number 2, and this arm on the side of the buzzer is to give you a halfway point between number 2 and number 3. So you're at a 2 now, And when the arm is fully extended, I don't know if you could see, the blade moves. You'll be at a 2.5. You're going to now start to blend a little higher up from the first point of cutting. So you already cut at the occipital bone. Now I'm going to have you cut a little bit below the crown of the head. Following the guide from before, undercutting to the eyebrow. Now at this point, you are going to lower the arm of the buzzer down to a number 2, from a 2.5 to a 2. Move the arm all the way forward, and you're going to blend the first portion of the haircut on a number 2 until this line disappears. Removing the number 2 clip, we're moving up to a number 4 now. With the clip on the buzzer, I'm going to have you blend even higher, not too high. You're not going to want to pass the crown of the head. Same technique as before, buzzing away from the head towards you. Part that you're going to have to wet the hair for in order to make it more manageable while cutting with the scissor. You're going to take the comb and lift the hair out at the line that you stopped buzzing. And if you could see the longer hairs, I'll try to get this for you. The longer hairs will be sticking out on the scissor here, and those are the hairs you're going to cut while continuing to move the scissor up the head. This is called the scissor over comb technique, and it's just going to help blend these hairs on the side. When you have the back and the sides pretty blended, I'm going to move on to the upper part of the head. I'm gonna have you comb all of the hair in a back direction, away from the face. Starting in the center, going to lift the hair straight up into your hands, taking off the longer pieces in the middle. Now adding more hair from behind it and cutting that next section the same length as the section before it. Add to it. I'm going to use that hair as a guide. And then take a little bit of the section next to it, and you'll see the hair that you had cut before as a guide to where you should be cutting the next section of hair. Once this side is complete, you can move on to the next side. Lifting the hair from the front, straight up into the air, finding the shortest piece of hair to cut, and cutting and moving back. Now you can see here is the shortest piece that I cut from before, so this should get cut out now. And you'll be moving back to do the same. This is the section before, this is the back section, just cut out the middle. Once the top is done, you're going to pull the sides, meeting the sides with the middle portion of the top. This is when you'll be blending any extra pieces of hair that don't look blended. And just do your best. Be confident. Know that you are doing a favor for the person that you are quarantined with, who's in desperate need of some grooming. Once you feel that you have blended the sections of the hair and erased those lines in the front and on the sides, you can always go back in, blend anything you may have missed from before. And there you have it. It's obviously not ideal to be giving a haircut on a mannequin, but I hope that I was able to help you understand the buzz cut process a little better. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always DM me at AnnetteDoesMyHair on Instagram, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for watching.